Hi, this is Emily Iannelli of T-Girl Angel, and I was curious what people usually like to do for entertainment. I know that I'm very much into music. I love following other artists, and that's why I was actually drawn to Reverb Nation to begin with. I'm pretty new actually as doing my own sound recordings. Um, I figured, what do I have to gain from being a part of that community, and I figured a lot. I figured I could learn a lot from established music artists, and I could find my own niche. And spoken word is not really well known as far, or it is not well known. It is well known, but it's not a very popular form of musical artistic expression today. Back probably a couple of decades ago, it was more in the limelight, but it's not really as recognized. But it doesn't discourage me from going to lengths of recording and establishing artistic expression. That ultimately is what an artist does, is they like to create. And I find it's interesting to be able to write from an idea and then to translate it into a sound recording. Um, there are improvements I know I have to make along the way, but I'm just really learning the basics and I'm having fun, and that's really what matters, is that you have fun in doing something that you enjoy. And I've always loved music, and I've always been captivated by so many artists. I mean, I could go through a whole list. Actually, yesterday I was so excited. I was like a little kid. I subscribed to the Apple Store. I think I know you get 3 months free, and then after that you pay a monthly fee of $9.99, which, if you think about it, is very uh, affordable. Because if you go out and buy a CD, that'll cost you $9.99 and even more. So you're paying for a service, and you have all the artists at your fingertips, and you can stream them all. And I think that's fascinating. And I was like a little kid yesterday, downloading all the artists, and even myself. I have my own store songs on Apple Store on the T Girl Angel. It's not yet on iTunes. I don't know when iTunes will go live, but I was excited that they were actually on the Apple Store, and I was able to download the songs onto my iPhone to get my album and my singles, in addition to all my other favorite artists. Um, but I love music. Music has always been a very um, important thing to me, and I always found that your ability to communicate is very important, and to express yourself and to share your ideas with others. I think it's very important that you are able to share and open up and communicate. I think for me growing up, I was relatively very shy and introverted based on my gender issues. And I was always very um, conflicted but I was good in my academics and my sports, so that helped me. And I always had music. Music was a very important aspect of my life, and I don't know if I could survive without music. Music is what nourishes the soul. Music is what brings people out of themselves. It makes them more aware. It touches the senses, and it makes you more of a. It gives you more sensibility in your life. It gives you a sense of sensitivity. You know, there are all types of music. It runs the gamut. Um, you know, I'll listen to any kind of music, even heavy metal. I like any kind of music, as long as the artist is appealing and the music is sensible to my needs. And if I have a connection to it, I'll be drawn right into it. And I am fans of all styles of music. Reverb Nation has given me a wonderful opportunity to become more intimate with other music artists in learning about their own philosophies and their own art and their music, and I find that it's a wonderful way to share and to be a part of that whole community. And we all share in our enthusiasm, and I think that that's priceless. You can't put a price on something like that, uh, because that's a bond. And just like when a music group comes together, there's a bond of the artists when they put all their energies together in a creative format, and they develop a cohesiveness where they create something truly interesting and very touching, that really brings out the passion. One thing about music artists is they have a passion to communicate, to share, to bring out what it is that comes within. And I am very uh, much a fan of music artists that really put their heart and soul into something. I listen to My Immortal by Evanescence, and every time I listen to that song, I'm just completely blown away. I mean, that that the vocals, the the um, emotion, the pain, it's all in that song, and it just touches you. And Andrew Gold, Lonely Boy. I mean, you go from one to another, and the Bangles, Manic Monday, uh, the Doors, Baby Light My Fire. Um, you know, it's just incredible. Um, Nick Gilder, Hot Child in the City. These are well-established artists, but their music is very amazing to me. I love it. Um, I am sad to have learned also that the lead singer and guitarist of REO Speedwagon had just passed away. Um, I don't remember the name of the artist. I know of him, obviously. I listened to REO Speedwagon a great deal during my college days. Um, but I was saddened to hear of his passing. He was only 65, and REO Speedwagon really was one of my saving graces in college. I loved their music. Um, I used to play their, I think when I was going to college, I had a Sony Walkman. So I listened to music the old fashioned way with a CD. I'm not a CD, even a cassette. And I put it in my Walkman and I just put it over the headphones and I just zoned out to that music while I was studying mechanical engineering courses. But yeah, it was very sad. But that's the wonders of music and music artists, is how they touch you and you feel such a loss. But you do realize that we're all human, we all will eventually die. But it's the music that you leave behind and it just touches people. You know, the Beatles, their music will last forever. The Rolling Stones, um, you know, Jim Croce, Harry Chapin, um, John Denver, the list goes on, you know. I could give you a whole bunch of names of artists that really touch me. Jim Morrison of the Doors, um, you know, uh, uh, Leonard Skinner, Freebird, just all these songs that touch the soul and really make you think. Um, you know, I think if somebody asked me to comprise a list of my favorite 10 songs, it would be a very hard task to do because I love music and I just love so many songs. It would be so hard to try to put together a list of the top 10 songs. Another artist that we lost young was Kurt Cobain of Nirvana, and so many wonderful artists we lost. It's tragic. Even the young woman from England, she was very popular. I think she also had problems with drugs and she passed. Um, but it's unfortunate, you know, because these are true gifted people and their lives were cut short. Jimi Hendrix, um, um, you know, as I said, the list would go on and on and on. Janis Joplin. But I have been influenced by music all my life. Sonny and Cher, uh, you know, Sonny Bono passed. Um, you know, like I said, John Denver, um, Harry Chapin. Another artist I love is Don McLean by Miss American Pie, and Queen. Freddie Mercury passed. You know, every group you think of, it seems Badfinger, 3 of their band members are gone and 2 committed suicide. So it's really sad in a way that tragedy has befallen so many wonderful music artists. But as they say, and Queen had performed a song called "The Show Must Go On," and I guess that's appropriate. The show must go on, you know, even when you lose a band member, you must pick up the pieces and move on. It seems like it's a hard thing to do, but that's reality, that's life. And the beauty of music is, despite the fact that we lose the artist, the music will live forever and it touches the soul. And that's what any music artist wants to do, truthfully, is they want to touch people with their words, their lyrics, their songs. And that's what I like to do as a spoken word artist. I love you guys. Emily of T Girl Angel. Bye. Thanks for supporting.